Hey, it's your boy Drew, and I'm here in, as you can see, Washington Square Park, where we're going to be talking to people about dating and their experiences. We're actually going to be working in concert with Hangoo, the app. As a matter of fact, a dating app. Could not be more perfect. So let's get our first few victims. Are you ready? Smile even when you're not smiling.
My name is Carmen Royale. I'm here on Hey, it's your boy Drew. And we're asking people a couple questions about dating, and you have a lovely young lady here with you. But first I would ask, are you single?
Yeah, I am single. No, I'm not. I'm not single. No.
That's a great answer. That's good.
So how did you guys meet?
We go to the same school together, the new school.
Oh, the new
I mean, I went to the new school, but we met through friends.
You met through friends. Okay, let me ask then. Who approached who?
I approached her.
You approached her. Oh, okay. I need to hear about these moves, these lines. I need to know all of this.
I can't tell my secret.
Have you ever heard of Matthew Hussey? He's a YouTuber and kind of a love relationship expert.
No.
Okay, well, he has a stat that about 95% of men do not approach women. I guess of being in this Me Too era and kind of the culture that men are afraid to approach because they think the women will think they're weird or, creepy.
I'm weird. She definitely thinks I'm weird, but I'm very.
But it all worked out.
No, it worked out. It worked out. Yeah. You just have to be, confident and say if you like the person or you think they are pretty or whatever, go for it. The worst thing that can happen is no. And I think a lot of guys and everyone, people in general, they're just afraid of no. But be open to anything.
So you feel like there's a personality that people give out, like maybe a signal? Do you think there's signals that people, like a man or women give out?
If you have good vibes or whatever, a lot of people are attracted to that. And if you're you have a little jokes when you start off, it's always good. Not that I'm funny in any way, but some jokes stick, so it's good.
Do you think it's easier for men or women to approach? And which would you prefer?
If it's easier for men or women to approach? Me, from knowing guys, it's very hard for guys sometimes to approach.
Why do you say that?
I think guys are just scared. I mean, depends on the situation where you are. But I'm a shy person. Everyone is if you're a shy person, it's harder to. And if you haven't been around a lot of people, it's harder to approach someone. So I don't know if it's a guy more than a girl, but it's I think both. It's the same thing. Everyone is just afraid.
So how do you think you can break through the shyness and feel more confident to approach? Because you did it. So what would be your advice how to break through the shyness?
Just go out there and say compliments to people, 5 people every day, and maybe one sticks, and if it does, you keep on going the conversation. Sometimes you can just say, wow, your shoes are really cool, and then you're, wow, I love your pants, and you're just wow, where'd you get it? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah, and then that's how it goes in the end, I think. I don't know.
I love it. I love that. That was some gold. I mean, I know you didn't want to give up all the secrets. I bet he's got even better stuff because that was pretty good.
What does your ideal date look like? Physically or a date? In actuality, perhaps, or a date in general?
I don't have a preference, but ideal date, I would like somebody to plan something accordingly and just know where they want to take me without having to ask.
What the does that mean?
How would someone know where they should take you? Out of curiosity.
Based on if they want to do something, I would be down for that.
That's it. That's what it boils down to. Very interesting.
I don't have to make any decisions.
I love it. So you just want to be take control.
Yeah, I'm very indecisive, so I need.
Are you a Libra?
No. That's my moon sign.
Your moon is in Libra. Where's your? Wait, let me guess. Okay, you're indecisive. You want someone to take control. Pisces.
No, God forbid.
I'm a Pisces.
No, sorry.
She's a Pisces. No, it's okay. What is your sign? I'm curious.
I'm a Scorpio.
Ooh, she's a Scorpio. That's why we vibe. Have you ever heard of the dating guru Matthew Hussey?
No.
So Matthew Hussey's a dating guru, and he's done some research that shows that 95% of guys often don't approach women because they feel like we're in this Me Too era, so they don't want to come across as creepy, and so they often end up not approaching women, which often makes a lot of women sad. So what advice do you have for guys who want to approach you?
I mean, just don't be creepy about it. And if you want to approach me, like, that'd be fine. But just don't do it creepily. If I say no one time, then don't come at me again.
And obviously she's approachable because I asked her if she wanted to talk, and here she is talking. You know what I mean? So I completely agree with that. What advice do you have for women, given that we're in a time period where guys feel this way? How can women make it easier for a guy to feel comfortable approaching them?
I would say you approach them yourself, because 10 out of 10 times, I guess, a guy would be down for that. And I think they like that when a woman approaches them. So that's what I would say. Just do it.
She's a keeper.
Do you think that women are approachable?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you approach women usually?
By becoming their friends.
So you go the friend zone route first.
You have to, or else nothing else happens.
Really? That's interesting. I wonder if, I don't know if I feel like a lot of women think that way, but that's a very interesting and unique perspective. So how is it that you become their friend? Give me an example of what you would do or how you would approach a woman and kind of take it that route.
Yeah, I would do like a very like low stakes kind of conversational thing where I'd be like, guess what? I've been sober for 400 days. What do you think about that? You know, like, and just kind of like ask a question. And if they vibe with it, then you can have a conversation, but always allow them to get out of the conversation if they want to.
So have you actually used that line before?
Yeah.
What was the response?
Good. And it's genuine too. And it's true. I mean, I'm not 400 days, I'm 375.
What the hell?
Where are you from?
Delaware, Newark.
Okay, fantastic.
I didn't land.
There you go. How long have you been living in, or do you live in New York now?
Yeah, I've been living here for 4.5 years.
Are you single?
Yes,
Ready to mingle?
I am mingling.
There you go. What does your ideal woman look like? Describe her.
Yeah, definitely. So my thing at this point is like I do go on looks first because I need the aesthetic to be there.
That's what we do. We're men.
Yeah. And so I'm looking for a very like curvaceous, thin woman who has control of her life, who is any race, like I don't really care, but like the fitness has to be there for me. That's very important to me, and that they're driven and ambitious.
Disciplined.
Yeah, because I need a queen.
You need a queen. I love it. Have you ever heard of a dating guru by the name of Matthew Hussey?
Yeah.
You've heard of him. So he says that 95% of guys, traditionally, we don't approach women because we feel like we're in this Me Too era of dating. We come across as creepy. So a lot of women end up not getting approached, and it really frustrates them. What advice do you have for guys, because clearly that's not your issue, that feel that way?
Yeah. So like you have like a self-esteem problem. You feel like you're dirty somehow because of the way that people have made you feel in the past. And it's important to find whatever way you can to start viewing yourself positively, but most important to take action with yourself that makes you a pure person.
I love that. That was an incredible answer. I really appreciate that answer. So my last question to you is this. What does your ideal date look like?
Yeah, so I'm Jeremy right now. My ideal date is probably grabbing coffee and walking around through a park, or me making dinner for somebody at my apartment.
Ladies, he cooks.
Tacos.
Taco Tuesday!
Last thing I have to say is read the bio and use the information, babies.
Facts. All right, thank you very much, Jeremy. You take care. All right. Where are you from?
California,
What part of California?
Los Angeles.
What part of Los Angeles?
That's private.
Fair enough. Do you think that you're approachable?
Yeah, totally.
I agree because I'm approached her and she was like, yeah, let's do it. What does your ideal date look like?
Confident. So not a like face type or anything. They have to be confident and secure in themselves.
I love that. Have you ever had any horror stories of guys or whomever approaching you?
No real horror stories. To be honest, my dating experiences have been overwhelmingly positive.
I love it.
So yeah, nothing really bad to say.
Are you single right now?
Yes, very single.
Ready to mingle, and she's single and in the LA area.
So ready to mingle. New York, send them my way.
Oh my.
Have you ever heard of a dating guru by the name of Matthew Hussey?
I have.
You have.
I've seen him on TikTok.
So you know, he says that 95% of guys don't approach women because they feel like we're in this Me Too era. So they're afraid of becoming or looking creepy. They're afraid of, looking a certain kind of way. They would like to, but then they never get the right moment. What advice do you have for guys that feel that way, that want to approach you?
Interesting. I think that's sort of a cop-out. Like, you need to be confident. Like, you have so much opportunity to meet any type of person. Like, go ahead and meet them. Put yourself out there.
I completely agree, guys. Man up. Oh, and I see that you're a part of Spruce, is it? Spruce.com.
Spruce.com, rent or sell your furniture there, or give your apartment some main character energy.
How do you feel about approaching people who you're interested in?
Well, in the past I've been kind of shy. I found that like the easiest way for me to approach people I'm interested in is to just dress the way I like. Because I feel like if I'm gonna get along with somebody, they typically have like a similar sense of style as me and they appreciate it. It's a good way to start a conversation, because sometimes I feel like I might not know, how to get it rolling. But then sometimes I just don't really care at all and I can just like go for it. But it's weird.
So you feel like you use your wardrobe as your calling card, and so like it's a signal. Is that what?
Yeah.
Really, nigga?
What are some signals that other people would give to you that lets you know maybe that it's okay to approach?
Definitely eye contact. Like prolonged eye contact. Maybe like an intentional smile. I feel like approaching is fair game. It's like anything that happens right immediately after the approach that tells you whether or not to proceed or just leave.
What tells you not to proceed?
You can pretty much tell when somebody doesn't want to be approached. Like they'll kind of like make themselves a little smaller, maybe back up a little, like, give you a look. And it's like you never want to make somebody feel uncomfortable, especially if you're interested in them. So, I mean, when that happens, I just kind of, I smile, wave, and keep it going.
Okay. Are you familiar with YouTuber and like kind of a love guru, Matthew Hussey?
I don't believe so.
Okay. He has some research that shows that about 95% of men do not approach women, or they just don't approach, period. Like people, because of, being in the Me Too era and just the social climate kind of makes people feel like, they might think I'm weird or creepy if I come up. So what would be some advice that you would give to men or to anyone about, well, I would say first for men about how to approach or how to counteract that?
So that's hilarious because I definitely have like told like my friends that are women that like I feel like concerned or worried at times like approaching women because I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. And they always tell me that I shouldn't worry about it because it's like really if you're creepy. Like if you have like creepy vibes, if you don't like carry yourself as like, clean or like, just a happy person to be around, and if you're ignoring another person's like body language or like verbal language at times too. So I'm gonna give the same advice that I've gotten, which is just go for it, but listen, be respectful.
Be respectful, but go for it. I love that.
Where are we from?
Singapore.
Oh.
Outside Boston.
Okay, so you're from the U.S. and you're from Singapore. Very cool, very cool. Who approached who first?
We've actually talked about this. We think we both kind of approached the other.
I think I approached him.
You approached him? Really? So the reason why I asked that is because, have you ever heard of a dating guru by the name of Matthew Hussey? So he says 95% of guys are afraid to approach women because we're in this Me Too era, right? And so they're afraid to come across as creepy, they're afraid to come across as weird and whatnot, so they're hesitant to approach women. So what advice would you have to a guy trying to approach women, or for a girl, and giving guys cues so that they can approach them, if you think that should be the case?
Advice for guys? Just ask.
Just ask. Don't be scared, right? Like, don't worry about the Me Too era. How about you? What advice would you have?
I would say like guys are much more maybe receptive often. If like a girl is interested, just express your interest and make it easier
So you're
sometimes.
saying a woman should express interest. What does that even mean or look like to you?
Sometimes I feel like there's signs that are subtle and maybe too subtle.
Give me an example.
Like a longer stare or something at a bar, where it's like actually maybe go over and have a conversation. Even if you don't start the whole conversation, make a passing word or something.
But ladies, long stare. Okay, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree.
Nigga!